our community, we have a big say. If you want to empower a woman, give her a microphone. And at the beginning, we really struggled to take that mic, but once we take that mic, we don't give it back. And I have seen that on myself, but also in so many women around the world. I remember when I moved to this country, every single time I would meet somebody, I would say, sorry for my English, sorry for my English. I did the same when I took the courage to go on stage. I felt like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. My English is not good enough. Until a lovely, amazing English woman took me, put me in a corner and said, you never ever say that again. Your English is good enough, and you are good enough. Somehow, she unlocked my fear because I never said it again. Well, sometimes I still don't understand a few words, but hey, when I don't, people understand me. So first of all, I would love to ask in this room, who is running a business? Because I guess we all are entrepreneurs here, yes? Yeah, we are all in business. Amazing. Is anybody who hasn't started a business yet? Is anybody? Okay. So another question. How do you feel when you have a great idea? Because I guess the business starts when you have a great idea. Yes, you get this idea and you get. How do you feel? I would like to have a few answers in the room. I just want to know, how do you feel? How do you feel? Excited, okay. How about here?
I've been doing it for 30 years, I still get ideas every day.
Okay, great. And how do you feel when you have a great idea? And you? Okay, great, wonderful. One more question, I hope you don't mind, because I want to make this interactive. So once you have an idea, what do you do? Do you think about it? How long? How long do you think about it? Now, here's the thing. When I have a great idea, when I feel that this idea is so amazing, I feel so sad. And I said, ouch, why I didn't think about this idea yesterday? Why I didn't think 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Imagine where I would have been if the idea of Global Woman would come to me 20 years ago. But you know what? Many times we get brilliant ideas, and then we blame the idea is not a good idea. Every idea is a great idea, but we take so much time to think about it. I had this syndrome of once I started realizing that this idea, it's amazing, I just wanted to do it immediately. And one day I read a quote from Richard Branson. He said, I first do it and then I think about it. Oh, I felt so good about it because in our culture, you know what? We have a famous, even more famous quote. Many times people think so much. When ladies come into my community and they say, oh, I want to start a business, or I want to write a book, or I want to do this. And I said, okay, so how long have you been wanting this? Sometimes they tell me 1 year, 2 years. There was a woman who said 7 years. She had a dream to run a retreat. I said, my darling, why did you wait so long? Why you're not doing it now? And in our culture, we say, while smart people are thinking about it, stupid people have done it. And one day I decided to be stupid. And now when I talk with my ladies, say, tell me your idea. And I tell about some, these versions of stories. And I ask them, do you want to be smart or you want to be stupid? Now, why do people choose to be smart? Let me take you through a journey. Well, first of all, before I take you through that journey, I just want you to take a screenshot of this slide. For me, this was a breakthrough because it was that moment when I started realizing that, in fact, the world has always been the same. The opportunities have been always available. The ideas have been always there. But the problem is that I wanted to be smart. And because I decided to be smart, smart for me was like scared. I was terrified to take actions of ideas. And because of that, I wasn't able to see it, because when you live in fear, you're not able to see the opportunities that always have been there. Why other people see it and you don't see it? And suddenly you wake up and you start seeing things differently. You start seeing things that you haven't been able to see before, and you start putting a meaning in everything that before it didn't have any sense. Raise your hand if you resonate with that. Excellent. Now, where is this coming from? When we start a journey and we have a brilliant idea and we get excited and we take ourselves into that journey, you have to be lucky not to share your idea with a psycho vampire or a negative person who keep telling you, you can't do it, this is not possible because everybody tried it and it didn't succeed and it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, it's crisis, it's financial, whatever. And then you know what you do? You kill the idea. But if you still are crazy and you decide to be stupid and you continue, you know what? You are going to go to that dark moment. I have only 20 minutes time, and I'm going to try to summarize all the story behind it in this time limit that I have. So what happens as you get through that journey, you start realizing that, oh my God, this is hard work. And yes, starting your own business is not success overnight. But there is one thing that happens overnight. That is called you taking a decision, and from the moment you take a decision overnight, you take yourself to the direction that you are going to start your journey. A new path, a new life, that in fact, you don't know where you're going until you reach a moment where you have no more time, no more friends, lots of people are telling you, I told you. It didn't work. I told you it doesn't work. You still wanted to go for it? Go for it. And you have no resources. You're doing lots of mistakes. You're putting yourself in lots of trouble. You are trying to do something and then you feel like a failure and people are coming to you and saying you're not doing it right. Who you think you are? When I got this crazy idea and I thought, thank you, God. From now, if you bring me a good idea, universe or wherever you believe, just bring it in. I commit and I honor your idea. Because why this idea reached you and not your neighbor, not your friend, not your colleague, not your sister? It has come to you for a reason. Now, every morning when I wake up, because I got the courage to welcome with these ideas, with no fear, I say, universe, thank you. And bring me more. If somebody is scared about an idea, you have put it into their mind, but they are scared to take actions, you know what? Bring it to me. I will welcome it. Don't worry. Because many times, we think that the ideas are going to be there forever, but there is an expiration date for them. And if you do not take action immediately and take that journey for yourself, what is going to happen? Nothing. But with it comes a risk of exposure, visibility. I know many women in my community are scared, are terrified, especially if you are a woman coming from Albania, or if you are a woman coming from a culture where you are judged, where you are seen in a different angle. You have to work so hard. For years, I had to hide where I'm coming from. I would not lie. People would ask me, where are you from? I said, guess. Because I know from the moment I would tell I am from Albania, they would not show any interest to talk to me. But one day I decided, you know what? Mother Teresa was from Albania. And she used to say, if you cannot change the whole world, start with one. And change yourself. And the truth is, especially if you are in business, this is where everything starts. You have to start from you, because your business can grow only to the extent of your growth, because what you see out is what is come in. So I started from myself, and I absolutely don't expect people to support me or empathize with me, because as human beings, we are built in a way that we are designed to judge other people. It's our job to earn that respect. It's our job to own and claim what is ours. Because you know what business is about? It's not about being smart. It's not about being stupid. It's not about education. It's not about how knowledge you are. It's about how much can you take. Many people are scared to take criticism, to take jealousy, to take negativity, to take mistakes, to fail. And only us entrepreneurs are crazy enough to go through this journey. And when we come through the dark zone, some of us, we get really scared. And you know what happened? Have you read everywhere, we read these numbers, statistics. Most of the business, more than 80%, I think, is the numbers of the businesses fail the first 2 years, at least in the UK, that's the number. And I was figuring out, what is the psychological rationale about it? Coming from a psychological background, I know many times people are scared approaching that zone of darkness, that zone of failure, because they can't just cope with it. They call it a big problem. Until I hear that, in fact, there is no such thing called problem. Because the problem exists only if you're not able to see the solution. And the problem is a big problem, only if you're smaller than the problem. If we manage to become bigger than the problem and we have increased our capacity to deal with it and to accept it and to own it, then there is no such thing called a problem. It's just learning. You get the lesson. So when we come to the dark zone, you know what we do? When we are absolutely running out of resources and out of friends and we feel scared that we failed or we didn't manage to reach our vision, we go back and say, maybe these people were right. Maybe this was not a good idea. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's not meant for me. And we go back and maybe we start something else and we go back and forth. Now, what I have realized, I have been in that dark zone many, many times. And it's the best blessing that I have experienced. Now, when my ladies come to me and they say, you have no idea what I'm going through, I said, darling, it's okay. Let's go even more deeper, and because all these dark moments that we have experienced in our life, it's a lesson. It's going to help us to build resilience, it's going to help us to be stronger, and it's going to help us to reach our destination. There is no successful people in the world that we know that has reached that destination without going through the dark zone. I remember when Henry Ford was going through tough times, he almost lost everything. You know what he said? You can burn all my factories. You can take everything, just leave me people. With people, you can build everything. People can make you or break you. Now, this is the toughest challenges that we experience in our business. It's not the knowledge, it's not the education, it's how good we become with people. How do we manage to please them or to build a good relationship? Many times when I feel like I have upset somebody, I feel like, oh no, maybe I didn't know how to communicate, so I created an enemy. And that's not nice to experience, because we want everybody to be part of our journey. But it's so hard, especially we women come from a culture where we want to please everybody. We put our needs at the bottom and we just want to make everybody happy. And that's why when you take a business, the biggest thing that we need to strengthen is our resilience. How much can we take? And my question to you is, what do you do when you face to that dark zone? The first time, maybe you struggle to get out of it. The second time is easier, and the third time is a little bit easier, and the other time is a little bit easier, until you see the dark zone and say, I'm not getting there, I know you now. Because that is not a problem for you anymore. You are bigger than the problem. Now, let me tell you how to reach that point. The world is divided in two parts. People who are still sleeping and people who are awake. Let me see who is awake in this room. Hello, good afternoon. Great, yes. I mean, honestly, I can tell everybody in this room is awake. How do I know that? Sometimes you have to go through that dark zone to realize that you have a big, great breakthrough. You have a calling. How many times have you realized that people have to go through an accident or a near-death experience or losing somebody or losing your job or divorce or all kinds of things? And then suddenly you wake up and you do what? You start seeing things differently. That is called breakthrough. That is called you are searching for your calling. It's so important for all of us. If we are not able to find our calling in a normal situation, something will come and jump in our face, and then it's going to make us shaken, so we can wake up and understand that, hey, the world is out there, it's waiting for me. I'm not going to blame anybody, because there are three things people do most of the time. Blaming, it's their fault, right? And finding excuses. I mean, yeah, it is raining or whatever, I couldn't do it because of this or that. And complaining. These three things are always stopping us to take that action and to make things happen. But if we are awakened, you know what we do when you have a strong desire? Because this is where it comes when you wake up. How do you know you had a breakthrough? You have a burning desire deep inside you to start doing something with your life before it's too late. Even though it may be risky, even though you may feel that it's going to be a tough experience out there, you still have a vision, and you stay loyal to your vision, and you do whatever it takes. What do I mean with this? When my ladies come to my community and say, I really want to do it, I said, darling, yes, then you're going to do it. And they say, I will try. I said, no, you're not going to try. I said, I will do my best. No, you're not going to do your best. You are going to do whatever it takes. And you know what does that mean? That is the best definition of success. Success means you start something, and no matter what, no excuses, no complaints, no blame, no matter what, you do whatever it takes to complete that journey. You stay loyal to your vision, even when you go to the dark zone. You stay loyal to your purpose and to people that you're serving, even when you're going through hardship. You wake up in the morning and you feel that you're feeling, I don't want to do this. There are many moments that I feel like, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted. Many people tell me, where do you get this energy? But if I don't get out of my dark zone, and I don't go out there to serve my mission, I feel I have lost myself. So this is what exactly we need to do. First of all, to realize what is my desire. Then, where do you go? You search for it, whatever it takes. You can come here, because I think everybody's looking for something today, yeah? Raise your hand if you're looking for something. We all are searching for something, for more knowledge, for more skills, more connections, more networking, more clarity. When people are awake, they go and search for it. But when you search for it, what happens? You become an expert. I know for sure, if you keep doing this, by the end of the year, your knowledge is going to be next level. But here's the thing. Raise your hand if you think that knowledge has power. Knowledge has no... How many people you know that have huge knowledge and they are powerless? Exactly. Knowledge has no power whatsoever unless you use your knowledge. The knowledge does not apply itself. We have to be smart, take the knowledge and go and share with other people. We have come to this world for a reason. And our knowledge is not to be kept inside us. Our knowledge is to go and share with others. And when you are able to change one person's life, then you feel an achiever. An achiever is somebody who has the ability to take others in their journey. And then they move to that level where like really influencing other people. How many times you have seen people that you never met in your life, but they have influenced you? Many times. I also meet people all the time and say, oh my God, you changed my life. I said, darling, I never met you in my life. How did I do that? And you know what an influencer is? Somebody who has the ability to inspire other people to take actions. And sometimes we inspire others to take actions by just taking actions ourselves. I know by just being crazy, people seeing that how a woman coming from Albania with nothing, as a single mother, in a student visa, homeless and jobless, with no idea, with a handbag. I came here 11 years ago. And I know just my story is enough to encourage other people to take actions. And that's why it's our duty to not wait until we become ready to take charge. If you feel that you are destined to be an entrepreneur, if you feel that you are destined to become somebody, it's not about having, it's not about doing, it's about becoming somebody who you have the ability to inspire others. It's a duty. It's not I have to think about it. It takes guts, but if you have discovered your calling, then your job is to go and contribute. Because we are all here in this planet for contribution. So, where do you apply your knowledge? Ask yourself this question. Once you have some knowledge, you have some kind of expertise, you started realizing that everything that you have been gathering, all these events like this, where do you use it? And this is what is very important, to realize that in fact, everything starts from here. Because things happen twice. First happen in your mind, and then they become reality. So, thoughts become words, words become behaviors, behaviors become habits, and habits become values. And we take decisions based on our values. And that's why if we are not happy where we are, we just move, because we're not a tree. We are destined to reach our destinations by taking these actions. So if you're in business, I just want to take you through these 7 steps. I don't know how much time I have. Right, I have to wrap it up. Maybe you can have a screenshot and just realize how important it is for all of us to take actions and to create our own blueprint in business. So many times I've seen business people, they say, oh, I can hire my PR agency, or I can hire my social media agent. What is the truth? You can't just go and connect with people when you need them. You have to serve people first. You have to be there to build relationship with no interest. Get their trust first. And they need to get to know you before they get in that journey with you. So that's why building the platform is number 3. Number 4, you still don't have a business. You may have millions of followers in social media. If you don't have a product or a service, you're out of business. Now, how do you take your business to the next level? They are the other 3 steps, the other 3 P's. Public relations. Put yourself out there. Gain exposure. Build your personal branding, because there are 3 brands that you need to consider. Many times people consider the business brand and the product brand, but the most important one is the personal brand. Nowadays, you are the face of the business. Long time ago, you never know who is the CEO of a big company. Now we know all of them. They're all in social media. They are the face of their business. That's why your business can grow to the extent of your growth. And it's important that you take yourself in that journey. If you are an expert, please, please, please go and write a book. You don't need to be a writer. You just need to be an expert in a particular topic. And the most important thing, take a microphone. If you are not taking a microphone, you have no idea how much you are missing. That microphone helps you to build confidence. That microphone helps you to build your brand. That microphone helps you to build your business and to build your network. So if you follow these 7 steps, you're going to get from a village woman in Albania, and one day, you're just reaching top media magazines and becoming, I've shared the stage. This is what my life is all about now. I came here with nothing, and in the last 7 years, I'm every single week traveling from one conference to another, from one country to another. I've been speaking with top experts around the world in front of thousands of people, and sometimes I close my eyes and said, do I deserve this? And we doubt ourselves so much. And of course, every day I'm scared. I said, am I doing it right? Am I doing a mistake? People think I'm a powerhouse. I'm telling you, I have my doubts too. But as they say, feel the fear and do it anyway, because I have chosen my path. And I am loyal to my vision. And if I chosen my purpose, which if I had time, I would elaborate more. The purpose is all about what do you stand for. I've seen my mother beaten all the time. I've seen women in my country being abused all the time. I've been abused all my life. I've worked with women who have been abused for years. And all they're lacking is confidence and financial freedom. And in our club, nobody is allowed to give things for free. He said, darling, you are worth. You are going to put a value in your product. Come here and tell me how much does it cost. You're not going to leave the stage until you give me the price. And they say, am I allowed to say that? I say, yes, it's worth. I said, am I good enough? Yes, but I'm scared. I'm scared too, but I do it anyway. So ladies, take the mic. And sometimes I have to tell them, if somebody comes and tells you they have done it wrong, come to me. I will talk to them. And they come and release themselves, and they get winks and say, oh my God, I did it, I did it. I have women in this room who have experienced many times that they come blocked, and they say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. I said, darling, you're running a business. I have women who are running businesses of 7, 8 figures, and they come to me, please, what do I do to have my voice? They're scared, because all cultures at the end are the same. We are scared that other people are going to tell us the corner. And you know what? If we do it wrong, we'll do it again. So I just want to leave, thanks to that courage, I've been able to take myself in a complete, extraordinary journey. It's a dream come true, where now I have magazines. We have just launched the Global Men Club, and I'm very grateful to my partner who has joined forces with me now. He has left a 25 years corporate job to just come full-time and be a business partner with me, because I really need his expertise. And I'm so grateful. I want to give him a big hand because he's always supporting me. So I came here 11 years ago with a handbag crying at the airport because I lost all my luggage. And my son asking, Mom, where do we go? I said, I don't know. And when my son graduated for biomedical science, and when I introduced him with my partner, and having them in my side is all I need to build my strength and resilience and go and build this business. So I have a podcast, I have a best-selling book, which is also outside. I have an app if you'd like to download it. We have over 30,000 members around the world. It's called Global Women Lobby. You can just screenshot. And I have a great team. And if you would like to know more, we are there at the stand. And I just want to leave you with this quote. At the end of the day, it's not about destination, because we talked a lot about that journey. At the end of the day, it's who you become on that journey. So thank you so much. And if you have any question, I don't know, I think we have 2 minutes left. But yeah, give women a microphone and you don't get it back. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mirela. Thank you. I think we can all agree that was incredibly impactful, really, really powerful. What a way to kind of dial up the energy towards the end of the day. So thank you very much indeed. Do you think that women are uniquely kind of positioned to take adversity and kind of use it to our advantage, right? It fuels us. That's certainly how it feels.
Well, we're getting there. Honestly, thank you for asking this question, because it never, ever has been a better time to be a woman. You never have seen women like now coming together, using their voice, getting the courage, and also supporting each other, because we come from a culture where women were very negative with each other. We're talking with a few men in the other room earlier and say, you guys are so good. They're supporting each other, they're inviting each other. But you know what? We are getting there now. And we are turning all these disadvantages into opportunities.
Mm-hmm. And so we've got a question that's come through for you. What do you think are the biggest challenges that women still face in business? And I know as a journalist, I write a lot about the funding gap for female founders. And there are still kind of cultural biases. But what do you see day to day, particularly on, I guess, a global scale?
Well, that's so true, because not money funding goes to women. But recently, I've realized women, especially when they come to our community, they come startups and really scared how they're going to do it. I have met recently quite a few women, 2-3 years later, they come and say, I got funding. I have a multi-million pounds company. And it's incredible because it never happened before. But yes, the biggest challenge that we face is fear. Mm-hmm. We're scared that we are not good enough. Scared of criticism, negativity, jealousy. Yes, we've seen a lot of that. But hey, when you come together and you find that ecosystem, you find that support system, then you get the courage and you flow.
And just quickly, one follow-up question on that. What about the role of men? There's lots of men in this audience as well, in terms of kind of allyship, I guess. What more can they be doing?
I love your questions. Now, we have just launched the Global Men Club. And you know what inspired me? Number one, my son. There was a moment, a crew came to film me in the house, and they asked my son, he was a teenager, they asked him to come and help with the light. And there was a moment, they just threw the lights in the floor, and he left in his room and said, Mama, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. You just talk about women all the time. Women, women. What about us? That stayed with me for so long, until I met my partner, Ian Spears, and we launched last year, on the 3rd of November, we launched the Global Men Club. You could see 100 men at the Savoy in black tie, and we had only 20 women in the room. And you know what? Men, when I asked them for feedback, they said, oh my God, your women are powerhouse. They were men talking together, and the one said, hi, my name is da-da-da, and they would take the whole conversation. So we are taking confidence back.
I love that. What a fascinating note to end this quick Q&A on. Will you join us for the panel following directly after
Absolutely,
this?
thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're just going to run to a quick VT and we'll be right back with you. Thank you.